All right, welcome back. The stream cut out. My whole system crashed for a moment, but we are back and live for severe weather coverage here in Lower Michigan. We've got a tornado warning in effect right now. We're going to go switch over to that full screen. This is in effect until 3:30 p.m. for those who may have missed it. The radar load real quick. To charge my computer before it cuts out again. Rotation does look like it is. It was more broad, and now it looks like it's trying to recycle here in between Clifford and North Branch. It's closer to Clifford right now than it is North Branch. But if you're in either town, I would say take cover right now. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be passing very, very close to Clifford. Elsewhere, we do have a little bit of, actually, we do have some tighter rotation out between Reese and Vassar that we're starting to look at. That is inside the severe thunderstorm warning that is currently in effect for Vassar until about 3:15 p.m. So that warning will either need to be reissued or uh, I guess you could say added on to extend the time of the warning. Yeah, that rotation's starting to come together a little more now as it gets right just to the north of Vassar. So we have two areas that we're focusing on right now. We're looking at this area by Clifford and this area up by Vassar. And it actually does look like it has an outflow boundary now right now, which will bring the velocity product full screen. So for those who aren't familiar, you got reds outbound, greens inbound. From the radar, where they meet, that's where you have the potential of a tornado. I am not seeing anything on the on the correlation coefficient product, which shows you if there's any debris. There might be some hail in there. But yeah, back on the velocity product, reds and greens close together. It's indicative of a tornado imminent. But we do have a outflow boundary, it looks like, right here, extending down from Clifford to Otter Lake, which means that it's losing its strength a little bit. And that's what we can only hope at this, as the storm moves out to the east-southeast at about 25 miles per hour. Stop it. Don't know why it's in here. But yeah. So, wow, this latest scan, I'm going to keep the radar full screen. We might need another tornado warning up here by Vassar soon if this continues to, if the velocity product shows that it's becoming more tighter in rotation. Again, for those who do not know, reds are going away from the radar, greens are going towards. And where they meet really close together is we have really tight rotation, which right now we have, I mean, it's 15 knots over 24 knots. So you add those two values together. So that's like 40 knots of gate to gate shear. which is about, if this would touch down right now, it'd be about an EF0 in strength, but, we don't know that because it is also 3,600 feet off the ground. So this could definitely be the radar overshooting what could be on the ground already. Again, no tornado warning in effect for Vassar, but we are watching this area very closely right now. Um, it almost looks like this rotation up by Vassar is tighter than the rotation that we're seeing between Clifford and North Branch, which is dangerously close to Clifford right now. The severe thunderstorm warning is actually just allowed to expire for Vassar County. I would imagine they may issue another warning here soon for the storm by Vassar. But I will read off the text for our latest severe thunderstorm warning issued by the Detroit Pontiac National Weather Service Office. This is issued for southern Sanilac County and southeastern Michigan and northeastern Lapeer County until 4:15 p.m., so it'll expire in an hour. At 3:13, a severe thunderstorm was located over Clifford, that one that's issued for a tornado warning. So it looks like at this time they're not going to continue the tornado warning. They're going to let it expire at 3:30, and they option for the severe thunderstorm warning because it says in the text that the hazards are 60 miles per hour or 60-mile-per-hour winds and quarter-size hail. And they also issued the tornado possible tag in the subtext. So we will continue to monitor if the tornado warning gets issued again. But right now, they're going to option for a severe thunderstorm warning, let the tornado warning expire. But again, we are watching both these storms very closely right now. I am live here in Grand Rapids, so I'm just covering it remotely from my car in a Walgreens parking lot. So in case I do need to chase storms that are closer to me right now, which there are looking like there are storms starting to gain more strength. I know that one by Greenville, Carson City area is the one that I'm kind of watching. If I need to go east, I will. But not severe thunderstorm warning, not severe thunderstorm warned at the time, I should say. We are watching this entire area along the cold front this afternoon for the additional severe thunderstorm warnings to be popping up. But it looks like we have some strong storms just elsewhere besides the warnings right now, including just to the south of Mason, near Leslie area. Again, these storms are all moving off to the east to southeast at about 25 to 30 miles per hour, so not relatively quick this afternoon by any means. In fact, the National Weather Service Grand Rapids just issued a special weather statement for this Mason storm for 40-mile-per-hour winds and penny-sized hail. So they are watching that storm closely in Grand Rapids as Detroit watches our storms off in the thumb closely here near North Branch. Waiting for another update from radar-wise, what their next scan will look like here. Split screen it. Yeah, this interesting. Yeah, so this correlation coefficient product, if you guys don't know, I'm gonna full screen it here real quick so you guys can see it. That would be anywhere where there's, let's say, like yellow down to blue. It's not an actual value, it's a percentage that measures this, and anywhere where you see a yellow down to blue, so 90% and lower, it's picking up on larger objects such as, hail can be picked up as a larger object, but in cases where you have, tight areas of rotation, you also want to be looking for um, like debris, just lawn chairs, garbage, shingles, siding, anything like that. This area of yellow really just increased. I do believe a severe thunderstorm warning has just been issued too for this area, and it has. The severe thunderstorm warning text here for southern Tuscola County now reads, let's see, 60-mile-per-hour winds and quarter-size hail. So it's the same as the severe thunderstorm warning just down the road. Let me scroll down. They're not going with a tornado possible on this one, so they're just issuing it for the 60-mile-per-hour winds and quarter-size hail. This yellow, let's see, does this overlap with, okay. Yeah, I don't know. That's not, that yellow on correlation coefficient is not over an area of hail per se. And if that's tightening up, that's going to be right over the town of Vassar right now as we speak. And I'm going to give you a rundown of what's going on right now. Across the board, right to left. So we're starting over here in the thumb. We got near Sandusky, Sanilac County. We got severe thunderstorm warning in effect up 4:15 for 6 mile per hour winds, quarter-sized hail, and that tornado warned storm that's moving into your area. So a tornado is still possible with this severe thunderstorm. Hello, what's going on here? Uh, the rotation has gone down a little bit, so that is good as it heads down the county line between Lapeer and Sanilac. However, we do have some rotation starting to be visible down here, crossing into Sanilac County as it heads towards Yale. Very broad still. That's storm one and two right there. We got a couple of stronger storms, not severe. Just in Lapeer County in general, you have one down by Imlay City and Almont, and then you have one up here in the northern parts of Lapeer County. We're actually going to turn on satellite because I can't see any roads at all. In fact, where are our roads? No, I had roads on here, but I guess they've gone away. Okay, that's that. So, oh boy, it's definitely re-strengthening. So it is going. It looks like it's undergoing a successful cell merger there, just to the east of Vassar right now. We're gonna bring this radar full screen real quick. Again, tornado warning still in effect in northern Lapeer County. Seek shelter now for the next 3 minutes until it is allowed to expire. Although at this point, could almost say it's all clear. But if you live just to the northeast of North Branch, still take cover for the next 5 minutes here and there. So Detroit is saying severe thunderstorm warning in effect. Elsewhere across the state, I was going to say I was working east to west, but I'm getting distracted by all these things. We had stronger storms over here in Saginaw, Gratiot, Montcalm County. No special weather statements though, and it almost looks like these storms are now weakening. Look at the updraft strength. Yeah, updraft strength is not looking as great. Main factor in these storms over here in Gratiot, Montcalm, Saginaw counties, as these storms move to the southeast at 25, will be lightning. So even if you are outside today and not near any severe thunderstorms, you still want to take note that these storms will be strong, and you could get struck by lightning within 15 miles of any storm, even if it's sunny out. So the last thing we need is lightning deaths in Michigan. I know they're very low this year. I don't believe there's zero though, unfortunately. Still, take heed if you are within 15 miles of any storm today. If you hear thunder, and as the saying goes, the thunder roars, go indoors. Um, Definitely want to take that to heart today. Uh, I will say I will go down generically how and where, or I should say where the cold front is at right now. So this cold front is stretching from about Grand Haven across to Rockford, Greenville, Carson City, St. Charles, up to Saginaw, Caro, and then Deckerville. That's about where your cold front's at right now. I can turn on observations real quick. Although these update every 30 minutes, so they're not the greatest in terms of how accurate the cold front is. Yeah, he's about 30 minutes old, so we'll just kind of ignore that. But yeah, the cold front is just south of this line right now. So if you're north of, I would say Grand Haven, Rockford, Stanton, Alma, up to Bay City, you guys are in the clear today. I would say even north of Badass, you're up here on the Thumb, you guys are also in the clear for serial weather for the rest of the day. So you guys don't have to worry about any serial thunderstorm warnings for the rest of the day. But if you're south of those areas I just mentioned, you guys are still under the gun today. Grand Rapids, you have nothing on radar right now. Um, what happened? Oh, there we go. That's random. Yeah, nice and sunny out here in Grand Rapids right now. Just look live here at 28th Street near Cascade. We're looking off to the east right now. I don't know if you can quite see the storms way off here in the distance, just over the tree line. That's the storms over by Greenville right now. Greenville and so Carson City area, which have weakened generally over the last 30 minutes. And actually, they've pretty much weakened all the way down to being, rain showers at this point. So they're getting shredded on that cold front. And we do have a new serial thunderstorm warning. Latest severe thunderstorm warning is